gender identity, gender dysphoria, gender dysmorphia, gender whatever the hell. In 2023, this is like the main topic. It's either LGBTQ stuff or race. Piers Morgan discussing gender identity with somebody, and we're going to see exactly what this is about.
Tommy Lehrer, let me start with you. Two people in Britain today who've been at the forefront of not saying what a woman is. One is Nicola Sturgeon, the ex-First Minister of Scotland, who lost her job because of this ridiculous farce of a rapist self-identifying. She tweeted today, proud on International Women's Day to visit my old University of Glasgow, and banged on about women's rights. This is the woman who just literally lost her job for allowing a male rapist into a female prison. And Sir Keir Starmer, who's leader of the opposition Labour Party here, was talking about protections for women in Parliament today, and yet he refuses to say what a woman is. Where are we with this? How has it come that leaders of parties in countries like the UK, and we see a lot of it in America as well, just won't say what a woman is?
Let's see.
Well, first of all, I have to apologize to you because all of this wokeness originates here in the United States of America, and then we export it to you in the UK.
Yes, you're to blame.
So we started this really in America. Yes, we are. You know, the wokeness starts here, and then it, of course, moves over.
True.
And now you guys have to deal with it. The world has to deal with it. But I say this, I'm proud to celebrate International Women's Day because I know what a woman is. So I would say if you don't know what a woman is, you don't get to celebrate it. You don't get to pretend to be a feminist when it's helpful to you or helpful to your political narrative. You have to be able to define what a woman is. This is all a farce. They are seeking to erase women, and this is the radical rainbow mafia, as I call it. This is not your...
All right, really quick, while she's still talking, I just want to point out, why are we even having this discussion? Like, why do we have to have this discussion? We can't use common sense anymore. Women have a completely different makeup than men. Like, their genetic makeup is completely different from the foundational creation of women. They're just completely different in general. You know, I did used to use the argument, oh, women have a uterus. And then I remember one person said, oh, well, what if a woman's uterus doesn't work anymore? It's like, okay, all right, you know, I guess I got to just go right back to the bare basics. Women fundamentally have a very different genetic makeup than men. That's just it. I just want to say that. Like, I just don't understand how we have this conversation. Up in 2023, how have we regressed? We haven't progressed, we regressed. How do we not know the definitions to words that we used to know 20 years ago? Doesn't make any sense. How do we regress? But I digress. There you go.
Average LGBT activist. This is the Rainbow Mafia section of that radical LGBTQ movement that has made women less than, and then has elevated all of this transgenderism and all of this pick your gender, identify as potato. They have hijacked the women's rights movement, the feminist movement, and actual feminists should be really pissed off about it.
Well, as a feminist, I am. I recently interviewed Angelica, the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, and I asked him this question, which seems to stump many other.
Piers Morgan is calling himself a feminist. I don't like Piers Morgan, by the way. His takes on the, what do I call it? The injection, let's just say, was not very good. Like, I just don't like Piers Morgan. But let's keep going.
Leaders. Here's the clip. What is a woman? We know that Nicola Sturgeon can't answer that. We know Keir Starmer can't answer that. You're the British Prime Minister. What is a woman?
Yeah, of course I know what a woman is. Adult human female.
It's not difficult, is it, Angelica? I mean, that is what a woman is.
I mean, I don't know why you're obsessed with defining it. Like, what is a man? Like, why do we need these arbitrary...
A man is a male adult human. I mean, that's it.
Right, okay. I don't know that we need
these are just biological facts, but they're just facts. They're not arguable points, are they?
But I think we have a right to self-identify. And you said you want to...
As what?
If you'd like to be a woman, you can identify as a woman. I don't know why there is such an issue around...
We've literally just seen a male rapist use that scam to get himself put into a female prison where he could attack vulnerable women inside a female prison, when even his ex-wife said it was all a scam.
Which is a terrible, very...
That was an amazing point right there, right off the bat. That was a great example. Exactly what they're talking about. This is the exact reason why that's a problem. And there's even a bigger reason. Let's see if he brings it up. But there's an even greater reason as to why this is a problem. No hate to them, I guess. You know, do whatever you want to do in that regard. Just don't promote it. Don't promote the ideology that you can just be whatever you want to be. If you're already that, whatever. But don't just keep promoting it. It's kind of weird. Let's keep going.
distressing, isolated incident, and I think it's easy to take that and say that means that no one can identify as a woman, and
But
that's
it's not an isolated
fair.
incident, though.
But it's
42% of trans-identifying prisoners in prison are in there for sex crimes. There's actually an advantage, evidently, to identifying as a female.
Wow.
They never identify as male because somehow.
Is that true? 42% of trans people in female prisons are in there for sex crimes? Is that really true? Wow. They should definitely go to like to their actual genders, prison. That's where they should go, like to the actual gender prison that they are. If you are a man that transitioned to a woman, you should go to the man prison. If you're a woman that transitioned to a man, you should go to the woman's prison. No.
Male prisons seem less appealing to them. It's really weird. Anyway,
I
but
bet.
that's
Is
actually
it
happening right now.
limitless, this self-identity?
It's not totally limitless.
What's the
but
limit?
when you're talking about International Women's Day, I don't know why we take the conversation around International Women's Day and make it about this.
But if
because
anyone,
there's so many benefits.
right? But if
to having
anyone,
a day.
according to you, can identify as a woman, anyone can, right?
I don't see a problem with
Just
someone
literally put their hand up
deciding.
and say I'm a woman.
But it's not an easy thing to do to go out into
Actually,
the
it's
world.
incredibly
It's very easy.
Incredibly easy.
You might think it's easy to say, but to decide to do that, to say
What
this
does
is
doing
who,
it involve?
whatever that person decides, but to
Does
go
it
out
involve
into the
makeup?
world and say,
Hold on, wait. She said it's not easy to decide, but it's easy to do, basically implying that in order to be a woman, like in order for like a man to decide to be a woman, that's a very hard choice. First off, I don't think so. I think that's very natural to them. That comes very naturally to them, regardless of how, sick in the head they are. And I say sick in a very endearing sense. I don't say it up in like a negative connotation sense in terms of like gender dysphoria and stuff like that. That's what I mean when I say sick. Now, she also just said that it's not easy to actually do. It's like, come on. She said anybody can do it. Really? Anybody. Anybody can do it. The barrier to entry to become a woman now is nothing. It's nothing. The barrier to entry to become a woman is nothing, which means why should we celebrate it? Why should anybody? Personally, I don't think we should celebrate anybody, man, woman, anybody. I don't think we should celebrate anybody. But why should we celebrate it if it's so easy to become? Why? I just don't understand. What's the point of even having categories of genders and sexes if all you have to do is just raise your hand? Oh, I'm a woman now. Oh, I'm a man now. Oh, I'm a he, them now. I'm a Zer. I'm a Z. I don't know. Do whatever, Come on. What's the point?
I don't identify as perhaps the sex I
So
was
why
born
can't
as.
I
It's not-
identify? Okay, why can't I identify as a black lesbian?
Well, firstly, I mean, it was.
Well, I'm serious. I'm serious. If I can identify as anything without any need to prove I'm actually what that is, why can't I, on International Women's Day, say I'm Piers Morgan, I'm a black lesbian?
I think taking it to a kind of absurd
No.
status.
I think
we're
that's
talking
what
about quite.
Hold on. She said taking it to a absurd status is kind of weird. No. If by your logic, these could be the most extreme cases. People think like this. I seen the Matt Walsh documentary, What is a Woman? The person up in there thought that they were a wolf. I don't even know what I couldn't even tell you what the heck it was. They thought they were a wolf. Really. They thought they were a wolf. An animal. We have people calling themselves maps now. They think that it's okay to be a child predator, They think it's okay to be a rapist. They think it's okay to be a you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. These people think that it is okay. They are identifying as these certain things because of what this is, the transgender stuff. That started it. That started it. The transgender stuff started every single thing that you see now. It starts with one thing, oh, let me just become a man. Oh, let me just become a woman. It just starts with that. And ends up to morphing into this weird thing. Again, what it is called, I forgot exactly what it's called. It's like the moral line. First, you cross this like small little line. Oh, I want to become a man, or I want to feel like a man, or I want to feel like a woman. Just switch the genders. Then it goes to, oh, I want to be an animal. I want to be this or that. And then it goes, oh, I think it should be okay for me to identify as a child predator. Oh, I think it's okay to do this and that. I think it's okay to identify as black, even though I'm white, or vice versa. If I'm black and I identify as white, that is a problem. So yeah, I don't know.
With respect, I think that you'd already opened the absurdity door by saying it is limitless. You can do what you like. Anyone can say, I'm a
Facts.
woman. So I simply ask you, why can't I?
I mean, this point kind of ridicules trans people to an extent.
Actually, I think what you
that's
said
problematic.
ridicules trans people, because actually people who go through the full process of transition, who actually go through what we used to call a sex change, which I don't think you can muck around with original biology, but those who actually go through surgical procedure over a number of years, I've got great respect for that very difficult journey they go on. I have zero respect for people who just wallop their hand up and go, suddenly, I'm a woman and I want all the rights that a woman has, and I want to compete, say, in sport. I'm a 6'4" athlete, sprinter, swimmer, whatever, who's competed very mediocrely in male sport. I now want to come in and crush women in swimming pools and in sprint.
All right, that's enough of this. Now he's getting into the sports debate, which I've covered on my channel a multitude of times at this point. It's not fair. We all know it's not fair. The bone density, the bone structure, everything, the body structure of a man is completely different than a woman. Everything about the biology of man and woman are different. So that's completely, separate than what we're talking about now, which is just identifying. And he said that he had complete and utter respect for the people that actually sexually transition. I disagree completely. I don't think that's right. I don't think that we should be seeping into and actually taking into account a very minority of people and creating surgeries for people that are clearly not well in the head. That's what I personally think. You can be mad at it. I don't care really. I honestly don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, Piers Morgan right here. Well, although I don't like him, he did well. He didn't do too bad. I think it was okay. But with that being said, my name is Jay Dottie. If you did like this video, like and subscribe because hey, just do that. We're good here. Peace.